Just 2 days ago, the entire world was collectively losing its mind. We watched Billy Butcher smash Homelander's head in with a crowbar to end the boys. We all thought the saga was finally over. We thought Vought took its absolute final, lethal blow. But then, just 24 hours later, Amazon dropped a massive bomb on us. The first official teaser trailer for Vought Rising, the prequel series set way back in 1950s New York City. Now, everyone out there thinks this is just a regular spin-off meant to cash in on the backstory of Soldier Boy and Clara Vought. But if you look with surgical precision at the hidden details in this teaser, you'll uncover a terrifying reality. The ending of Season 5 was a complete lie. That brutal bloodbath in the Oval Office wasn't a triumph for the boys at all. It was the hard-coded, pre-programmed result of a conspiracy that started in the shadows of New York 76 years ago. Today, we're breaking down the hidden codes in this new teaser to reveal exactly how Soldier Boy and Stormfront set up the Homelander execution protocol 4 decades before he was even born. Right at the start of the teaser, we get a horrifying shot of the entrance to Sage Grove Manor. We already know from the main series that this psychiatric facility is ground zero for Vought's dirtiest medical experiments. In this footage, we see a doctor injecting a black man with a glowing, highly unstable form of Compound V. Cut to a dark bar scene later in the trailer, and this same man is standing there with his eyes burning a bright neon green. Why is this show dragging us back to the 50s just to show us the earliest attempts at injecting full-grown adults? If you look at the surface-level breakdowns across YouTube, they'll tell you it's just a flashy display of powers. But the deep lore tells a much darker story. Frederick Vought originally created Compound V to be absolute and pure back in Nazi Germany. But when the company migrated to America and started partnering with the U.S. military through Soldier Boy and early prototypes like Bombsight and Torpedo, Soldier Boy and Clara Vought hit an existential wall. Pure supes are completely uncontrollable, both militarily and politically. That black man with the neon green eyes in the bar represents the very first genetic rebellion. And that's the exact moment Clara Vought realized the company needed to engineer a new generation, the line that would eventually give birth to Homelander and Black Noir, but with a hidden biological backdoor. Homelander's DNA was never perfect. It was intentionally modified in those 1950s labs to be highly susceptible to acquired radioactive neutralization, the exact weakness Kimiko used to strip him of his powers. They built a fascist god for marketing purposes, but they buried an off switch deep inside his cells to guarantee the deep state corporate suits could liquidate him the second he stepped out of line. But that's where things get genuinely terrifying. Next up in the teaser, we hear Ben, Soldier Boy, speaking with this sickeningly fake, innocent tone, saying, "I want to fight for science. I want to be a real hero." Then we see flashes of him soaking up the applause at a USO show in New York. This visual deception is the absolute core of Vought's psychological strategy. The Soldier Boy we met in Season 3 was a narcissistic, sadistic monster who despised everyone around him. So how exactly does a handsome, smiling young guy in a leather flight jacket transform into that kind of degenerate? This series isn't going to be a standard, run-of-the-mill origin story. It's a documentation of an absolute moral collapse. Vought Rising is going to show us exactly how Clara Vought, Stormfront, seduced Soldier Boy politically and sexually in that dimly lit garage. When she whispers that crucial line to him, "There's a brighter future. All we have to do is take it." She isn't offering him love. She's offering a contract with a corporate devil. Soldier Boy willingly agreed to sacrifice his own teammates, like Torpedo and Bombsight, who we briefly see dead and covered in blood in the trailer, just so he could become America's sole marketing icon. Soldier Boy is the actual architect of the hero-for-hire system. He traded his actual patriotism to become a literal bootlicker for the corporation. And that explains perfectly why, when he woke up in Season 3, he didn't care about defending America. He only cared about his personal legacy. But wait, because the puzzle pieces go even deeper into the hierarchy. According to official leaks from the writer's room, Vought Rising is being structured as a highly twisted murder mystery. So, who gets taken out in the 1950s to trigger this entire chain reaction? The victim isn't some random background character. It's Thomas Godolkin, the original scientific founder of the Supe Academy. Murdering him in the 50s is the exact spark Clara Vought and Soldier Boy needed to seize total control of his genetic research, laying the groundwork to build the modern Vought International we see today. And here's where the terrifying connection to Stan Edgar locks into place. We saw a young Stan Edgar in a Season 3 flashback, taking over the management of Payback in the 1970s. That means Stan Edgar is a direct disciple and a graduate of the blueprint Clara Vought and Soldier Boy drew up in the 50s. When Stan Edgar suddenly re-emerged on the news broadcast at the very end of Season 5 to reclaim the company, that wasn't a coincidence or a lucky break. Edgar was executing a 70-year-old protocol. Let the massive Supes and the vigilantes destroy one another, and then the corporate system steps back in to play the savior. This new teaser is the ultimate proof that the house always wins. Homelander was just a manufactured product with an expiration date. The moment his utility ran out, the plug was pulled based on a plan drawn up in New York before he was ever conceived. At the end of the day, Amazon didn't just give us a teaser trailer for a new show coming down the line. They handed us the tactical key to understanding the entire universe of The Boys. The finale that had everyone tearing up 2 days ago wasn't a hard-fought victory for Huey or Annie. It was a calculated corporate liquidation engineered by Soldier Boy and Clara Vought in a dark garage all the way back in 1950. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Stormfront is the ultimate mastermind behind everything happening in the present day? And how do you feel about Soldier Boy completely betraying his original generation for fame? Make sure you hit that subscribe button for Drama Crypt, because the historical vault is officially open, and our next breakdown is going to take us straight into the deepest corners of this franchise. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.